Good morning, sunshines. I was just sitting here thinking, wow, maybe if I had my headphones, you all could hear me better, but I don't. So we're just going to rock it out. As you guys jump on, say good morning, sunshine, or hashtag GMS in the comment bar. And then let me know, for those of you that are on here right now, how well you can hear me, if I can be like up in your business or not. As you can see, we're still like attempting Starbucks here. So let me know, and then share with me something you're grateful for today. I'm grateful for a new month. I'm super grateful that Quincy's feeling better this morning. He's been having a little fever the last 2 days, so our routine and schedule has been completely thrown off. Talking about our schedule today, right? So grateful for that. Sounds good. Okay, I wasn't sure if it like diffused the noise behind me, so thank you, Missy. You're amazing. Chat about one of the aspects of our miracle morning routine, which let's address today your affirmations. So if you can share a couple of your affirmations, if you're regularly practicing those, and how they impact your life. And if you're not, just try one on for size. Like read other people's comments and just say it a couple times and see what it feels like, right? Grateful for morning Hot Wheels track creation. Oh, that sounds awesome. I would be grateful for that as well. And then we're going to dive into our subject for the day. So today is all about, well, let's just say this first. Let's just talk about our title, right? Will I lose more weight if I wake up at 7:03 a.m.? Like, will I lose more weight? Will I get more health results if I wake up at 7:03 a.m.? Cal, tell me, is this the magical number? Like somebody just give me the magical recipe, the magical answer that's going to make this all happen, right? We're all looking for it. And I picked an odd number. But the truth of it, you guys, and what we're going to really discuss today is how, yes, you will. Yes, you will lose more weight if you wake up at 7:03 a.m. Now, let's fill in the blanks a little bit there because that's a little bit skewed. It doesn't have to be 7:03 a.m. It could be 6:25 a.m. It could be 8:11 a.m. It could be 4:44 a.m. But the key here and what we're going to dive into is how when you have a solid routine, it helps you get results in life in general. Yes, absolutely, with your weight loss, with your mental health, but creating a routine is so beneficial for some different ways. And I wanted to dive into this because my routine has been so off. You guys have been so off. So we had, like a plethora of things like going on since last Friday. Then Saturday we had birthday parties. We had a party for my daughter. We had stuff going on. Then Sunday I woke up and my son had a fever of like 104.6. So then we were like all. And then yesterday I woke up and he still had a high fever and we barely slept at night and our sleep schedule's off and our weight schedule's off and all of our schedule, our work schedule's off, and it whacks me out. Like literally whacks me out. Like this morning, I usually get up before 5 a.m. on my own. Still went to bed at my same time last night, but my body was just exhausted of trying to figure out this crazy schedule I've been throwing at it. And I didn't wake up until like 6:30. I was like, oh my God, what just happened? Look at you guys. I have a watch on for my picture. So this is for the video today, right? So I was like, what just happened? But my body is so off. My mind is so off because I fell out of my schedule. So let's talk about this for a couple minutes, right? And if you're jumping on later or if it's a rewatch, make sure when you jump on, you still share Good Morning Sunshine and something you're grateful for. And then you can share if you have a schedule and what that looks like for you. Have you ever been impacted or felt the lack of results or accelerated results with or without a routine? Okay, so why does it help so much? Why would at a certain time each day actually help me with my weight loss? And I do want to connect those two at first, but then we're going to wrap up talking about how that's not just weight loss, it's everything, right? So first thing with your loss, right? With your physical results, there's an obvious factor of setting and creating a daily routine that you stick to, hopefully the majority of the time. And let's just start with your sleep. Let's start with your sleep, right? Good morning, Sunshine Janine. Glad you caught live today. Of going to bed at the same time at night and waking up at the same time at night. Does that really affect you? 100%, you guys. And not just for your sleep health, which you guys know I've preached to you over and over again. 7 to 9 hours is the sweet spot for almost all human beings, right? There are certain exceptions, but for almost all people, 7 to 9, not less than 7, not over 9, is going to give you optimum health. And if your sleep isn't optimum, then you're also going to have some distortion in your hormones, your sleep hormones, to eat more and not know when you're full. So it literally directly affects your results, your weight loss results, right? So looking at your sleep cycle is important, but it's not just that. It's not just going to bed at 10 every night. And if you know, okay, so I go to bed at 10, then I can wake up at 6, between 5 and 7, right? Like those are my hours. That is important. But when you have an actual schedule set, it gives you confidence in what comes next, right? It gives you confidence in having some sort of knowing of what's going on in your world. So this leads me to the next one. You guys, having a consistent schedule, having a routine is going to decrease anxiety, and it's going to alleviate a lot of those mental challenges, mental disorders that we can be facing from time to time in our life. Right? And Jeanine, I love that. So 4:30 a.m. routine. And if you want to share more about what your routine looks like, I think that helps other people to literally see it, because they've never even done that. Like, you wake up at 4:30, what that would look like. So it helps alleviates your anxiety, because it tells your body what to expect. So us as humans, our brains, our systems are meant to protect us from things we don't know about, right? So our systems are literally trying to protect us from whatever's going on. It's like the caveman mode, where we're in this reactionary state of wanting to protect. But when we have a solid routine, when your body, your heart, your system knows you go to bed at night at 10 p.m. and you wake up at 5 a.m. and then you have your lemon almond latte tea and you do a 10-minute workout and your heart gets to relax, and then you have a hot shower and then you get ready and you hug and embrace your children. Like, when your body knows that, your anxiety, right, actually can decrease. So if you're facing any sort of mindset, mental challenges right now, I want to encourage you to take this on, not just for weight loss, but for that. And we were actually, when we were going through everything with my daughter, following me for a while, one of the major things that her therapist was working with her on is like, what's your routine? What's your sleep and your wake? In fact, there are studies, and I wish I would have pulled this up before here, studies of people who have avoided things like having to treat ADHD, ADD, anxiety, and depression with medication by just waking up at the same time every morning. Isn't that interesting? Right? So there's these different states of how, when you have a solid routine, it changes. Thank you so much, you guys. Read the comments after this so you guys can see what this would look like, right? What a routine would look like. Okay, so we are directly, also combining this with weight loss. So number one, right, your sleep cycle is going to affect your hormone levels. Your anxiety is going to decrease. Now, what that does, you guys, is it decreases your stress levels, right? Having a routine reduces stress. Now, there's a couple different things about stress. Number one, stress affects your hormone levels. Your specific weight loss is affected by stress. If you're like, why won't the weight come off? If you don't have a solid routine laid out and you have high stress, you're going to be one of my most challenging clients. I always say it's like working with my nurses. I'm like, okay, like, we got you, but it might take a little bit longer because your stress level is so much higher. And what happens when your stress level is out of whack, your hormone levels are out of whack, and it directly produces cortisol that's going to, have, for a lot of people, it's going to encourage like a fat maintenance mode, right? Like that fat that's right around your gut. So it can really have an effect. But having a solid routine, because now you have less anxiety and you know what to expect, is going to create a position where you have less stress. And you're able to let go of some of that weight, let alone the mental pieces of it, right? It also decreases the likeliness of burnout. So when we have a high level of stress and we're like, I can't keep doing this day in and I say waking up at 7:03 a.m. If you're going to bed at 2 a.m., that doesn't work. This is planning healthy habits. Like, so having a routine of shitty habits isn't gonna help. If you look at my last weekend, right? Having a routine of waking up, later and going to bed like in the wee hours of the morning, which is not normal, or staying up all night with your crying sick son, or getting up and not taking your vitamins and your shakes and all the different things, like, right? That's not going to benefit you. So I'm talking about positive habits, obviously. I'll just go ahead and make sure you guys understand that, right? So now looking at this, burnout, right? When you have a routine that's so hardcore, so in your face, day in and day out, sometimes you're like, I'm burned out. Like, I'm not going to go after the health results anymore. I just can't do this. You want to create a routine that's enjoyable, that you learn how to manage. Now, let me say that again. It's enjoyable and you learn how to manage it, because when you start off, you're not going to know how. When you start off, it's challenging for everyone. And we'll talk about creating a routine and how that's true in a second here. But I want you to know, it's not like Janine woke up one day and was like, oh, this is super easy for me. I go to bed at this time, I wake up at this time, and I do this. She had challenges getting to that point. I'm sure you could share, Janine, getting to the point of creating that routine. It didn't just like show up to her in like a gift wrap present, right? It took a little bit of work on her side until it became who she was. So the next thing, does waking up at 7:03 affect your weight loss, right? Is it having a routine? This is not just sleep. This is all of our routine, and I'll teach that in a second. Having that routine promotes healthy habits. Because when you create a routine in your life and you actually lay things out, and I'm talking to you guys, go and get your planner, right? Grab a planner out and write what you do at what time of the day. It's going to promote healthy habits because you can schedule yourself to do certain things like self-care. Right? Schedule your actual workout. Like, when are you going to have and it doesn't need to be an hour. You guys don't need to be at the gym all day. Expect, like, I mean, and I get it, like 75 hard, that's awesome. Like, you can do 5 minutes in the morning and at night, 3 hours, like, or an hour and a half of your day. Literally, like, I work out for 10 minutes a day and I can get results. It's about all of the rest of the pieces. Yeah, do you need to work out, an hour and a half if you're going to be eating extra crap, or you're not going to be sleeping, or you're not going to be taking care of your body, or your stress is high? Maybe that's going to affect it. But if you're taking care of the rest of the things, you can literally do this in such a short amount of time. So having your routine is going to help schedule those habits. And look, like, that's where Janine was saying it was so hard in the beginning, right? But it's changing those habits to where now okay, so every morning, instead of waking up at 6 a.m., I'm going to wake up at 5:50 a.m. Maybe you're going to read Mel Robbins' book and you're going to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 your way out of bed, and you're going to go and you're going to do your magic workout for 10 minutes, and you're going to practice your gratitude and your positive mindset, and you're going to drink that glass of water, and you're going to start your day off already with a win. And these little things, you guys, the confidence life, create consistent wins. And when you have consistent wins, you consistently make better decisions. When you have consistent losses, right, where you don't feel like you're conquering the day, it doesn't bring in more confidence for you to move throughout your life. So kind of picture that, right? Imagine yourself confidently waking up, at 5:50 a.m. and you don't press snooze, and you pop out of bed and you get your 10-minute workout in, and you get your water in, and you take your hot shower, and you feel great, and you have your vitamins, and you have your healthy breakfast, and you embrace your kids, and you have all of this different, like, amazing interaction right in the first part of the day. You just woke up and kicked ass. Like, literally, like, you woke up and kicked ass. Now by the time it gets to 9 a.m. and you're thinking about having donuts with your friends, or maybe they're going for mimosas this morning, and you're just like, oh yeah, it's gonna kick me off my routine. Now you're already winning for the day, and you make better decisions. This is why having a routine can be so powerful and so impactful on your entire schedule. Okay, so yes, the answer to the question of the video is yes. It doesn't need to be 7:03 a.m., right? But it's about all of this. So let's talk about how to create a routine for success and what that looks like for you, and then we'll be done for the day. All right? So first thing, number one, you guys, stick to a morning routine. Super important. Wake up at the same time every day, right? Wake up and stick to your routine. And if that's having your Hal Elrod's miracle morning routine, if it's having a couple pieces of it, if it's literally just doing your visualization and your gratitude and drinking your glass of water, create some sort of morning routine, and you need to stick with it. Number 2, and it falls alongside with that, you guys, is don't hit the snooze button. That's not winning with that's not starting your day with a win. Starting your day off with a F you world, I want to go back to sleep is not starting off with a win. It's starting off with an immediate loss. And already your brain and body is like, ugh, she's doing it again. She's not waking up. She's not sticking to what she said she was going to do in life. Don't hit the snooze button. Don't allow for yourself. Like, put the phone across the room so you can't hit the snooze button. I guarantee you, eventually, I love this, Missy. Eventually, you don't even I haven't set an alarm in so long. Like, I have one on mornings where I have a 6 a.m. call just in case, like something like today happened. But like, I'm still up at 4:30 a.m. without an alarm. Eventually, your body just knows what to do when you have a solid, stable routine. But for now, don't hit the snooze button. Okay, number 3, when you schedule your routine out, so now you've scheduled, I wake up at 6:07 a.m., right? Immediately, here's what my morning routine is. I get this little workout in, I do whatever, and I really strongly encourage that small workout in the morning if you're able to do it so you can start off with that win. But then after that, right, you want to schedule some sort of breaks throughout the day. You guys, you deserve a break throughout the day, and especially in our crazy lives. And I know some of you are like, but Caley, you don't know what's going on in my world. Dude, I have got 4 kids, right? I've got a 10-year-old that has practice all over the place. I've got a 17-year-old figuring out her senior year. I've got 3 businesses that I run. I get it. I'm busy too. But I'm important enough to pause and take some moments for myself throughout the day. And this could literally be a 5-minute break. From 12 to 12:05, you just stop and you stare at the clouds. You breathe for a second. You leave the office and you take a little walk, right? The second the kids go down for a nap, instead of diving right into doing the dishes, you're going to just sit for a couple minutes and just breathe. Maybe you're going to write out some gratitude. Taking some breaks to give you that mindset. It's going to decrease your stress. It's going to help with your weight loss. It's going to help with everything. Okay, next thing, number 4, schedule time to be alone. Again, mamas, I already know you got the excuse because so do I. But if you adjust our kids sleep more than us. So it might be something as simple as adjusting your sleep cycle so you do wake up 30 minutes before they get up. On our own at times. I didn't used to know that. And what I'm learning about myself is I really have to have my different times where I just pull myself away from everyone and just get to be. And once you realize that that's a good thing, it feels so much better. Betterer. It's fine, you guys. All right. Number 5, do some sort of daily gratitude. This is perfect, of course, because we've been doing the magic for how many months as an organization? And by that, I mean all of you guys and me, right, as a tribe. And we're also doing the Magic Workout Challenge, which infuses gratitude with our 10-minute workout. And if you're not doing that, you guys, go grab the book, or literally just today, this whole month, write down one thing you're thankful for. Every day in your story, just say, today I'm thankful for hot tea. Whatever it is, right? Give some sort of gratitude on a daily basis. It can help positively affect your insides, your emotions, your stress, all of that, right? And make your world a happier place. And the final one is to stop working at the same time. So it's not just the beginning. And some of us, like me, who are entrepreneurs, and you're working your own jobs, my job's never done. So like, I can get online and be like, oh, let me answer these quick questions at 8 at night. So this is one I needed to hear, where it's like, okay, so at what time? At 7:30, I shut it down. And from 7:30 into 8:30, it's like literally just wind down time, being with my family and doing my bedtime routine. So also you have that full bedtime routine. When are you going to go to bed so you can wake up on time? Okay, so with all of this, you guys, if you're watching later on, I would love for you to share part of your routine. And if you're off right now, what's the routine you want to have? Because once you write that out, it's going to help you create it. So if you guys start sharing that, then you can share with one another. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. She does her solitude time at 2 p.m. with, when she's driving to get the kids at school. And that's like whatever it is, right? So you guys can start to piggyback off with one another. Now, final piece, how do you actually make this happen? Right? Because you're like, Cal, I don't do any of those things. Like, should I just start with one? Should I tiptoe? I'm going to encourage you guys at this point, if you don't have a solid routine in life, I'm going to encourage you guys to rip the Band-Aid off. Like literally just rip it off. Because the thing about it is it's going to take about 21 days, maybe even a little bit longer, to get those habits infused. And then about 90 days until they are who you are. where you are naturally waking up at 4:30 a.m., where you can't even imagine not doing your workout, where when you don't have a healthy breakfast, you feel like ass, right? So having that like 21 days to create it and 90 days to solidify it, those are just estimated numbers, you guys, but what you can see is that it's going to take a little bit of time. And I will tell you this, it's going to suck at first. Absolutely, it's going to suck at first. This is what we were talking about a little bit before, right? It's going to be challenging. You're going to have days like day 1, 2, and 3 might be exciting, but day 9, 10, and 11, you're going to be like, I'm seriously so over this. Like I want to hit the snooze button. I don't want to do my workout today. Like, because you go through this mode of it and then like, right? So my suggestion to you is it's going to suck it up. Yay, it's gonna suck it up. Like suck it up, buttercup. Sometimes you just gotta suck it up for a few days until, let me just give you the light at the end of the tunnel. You, at the end of this, you guys, you're gonna feel so freaking fantastic when you have a solid routine that you've chosen and fallen into, and you choose a healthy routine, you choose something that's moving you forward in life, you choose something that's helping connect you with your passion and your purpose. When you create that, everything is going to get so much better in your world. And it's interesting, I've had clients that like we don't even change a lot nutritionally, but like literally like weight just starts to melt off of their bodies because they're living in a different mental state. That's what it comes down to, right? Their mental state is so much different that their bodies know what to do. It knows how to let go of weight. It knows, like, instead of like, I always picture somebody like who's really like fearful in a situation, like they're like, no, I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. And as soon as like what you resist persists, right? So you say that and all of a sudden like all the fat is sticking to your body, like your excess calories you don't need. Whereas when you open up and you let go and life comes like pretty chill, and yes, there's chill and routine, like things just start to let go. It just starts to let go, right? And Janine, I wonder how much the delay is to see you're struggling with that part, so I can dive into that a little bit more. I would love to do that. So glad you addressed this day. Today was such a hard day for me, for my son, and reflecting on it because we were all out of routine. I know Halloween weekend, I feel like it just jacked us all up, right? So I'm going to see if I can catch Janine's question on there. And while we're doing that, here's the piece of it, right? Every day's a new day. Like you can I love this because we are on literally November 2nd. So between now and Thanksgiving is on the 26th this month. 25th, 26th, I believe. So you have 24 days between now and your next holiday. Maybe you have a birthday in there, happy birthday, right? But otherwise, we have this entire beginning of row where you can choose to make some new habits. Maybe you're going to do a cleanse, no drinking for 21 days, right? Maybe you're going to do healthy breakfast for 21 days. Maybe you're going to wake up at 5:05 a.m. for 21 days. Maybe you're going to make sure you go to bed by 10 p.m. every freaking night, Saturday, Friday, all of the nights for an entire 21 days. It's such a perfect time, right, for you to connect with being able to start to solidify those habits. And remember, you're going to have to suck it up until it doesn't suck anymore. And it literally won't at some point. I know that our lab, I don't know how to change that, Janine, because I can't see what your question is on here. And we're finishing up here. So I don't know if I'll get it, but I'll come back and look later on just to see if I can dive into it. Hopefully, this helps some of you realize what's missing in your results. Right? Where you're like, I'm doing everything right. I feel like I'm pegging everything. Like I'm trying, I'm eating the right foods, I'm exercising each day, but you're just not getting the results that you want physically or mentally. Let's start to work on your routine and habits. We always end each video with so you can move forward in your life. So today's commitment is to literally take out a piece of paper and write down a routine. And it says it's unstable, but it's still going. So literally just write down, what are you going to do throughout the day to have those different pieces? And if you're willing to share with the group so they can grab onto that. You guys, thank you for joining me. Good morning, sunshines, light and love from my heart to yours. We will be seeing you guys online. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and then like below. Bye, guys.